everybody, how you doing? I hope you guys can hear me okay. I see a few of you are already in here. I see Pivotal Move. How you doing from ATL? Larry Doherty, good to see you. Tara Redmond, B1 for Rosa CM. Anyway, can you guys, let's do a quick audio check before we begin. Let me know if you guys can hear me because I'm actually going to be driving while I do this conversation, which is the reason why it's going to be audio. It's not going to be video because I ain't trying to crash to do a podcast episode. But I actually wanted to share some thoughts about economics that I think can benefit you. So let me know. Give me a quick yes in the chat if you can hear me okay. And what I'll do is I'll kind of queue up in terms of letting you guys know what we're going to talk about today. Uh, Today, I want to talk a little bit about this stuff with Diddy in terms of the economic side of it all, and help you see some economic variables that maybe you might have missed. Basically, there's a lot to really talk about here because Diddy is a guy that has a lot of money. Lawyers are very expensive. RICO cases cost a lot. And they're repossessing a lot of his assets, things like that. So there's financial angles all over the place. But actually, before I begin, can you guys do me a quick favor? Let me know if you can hear me. As you hit the thumbs up button, give me a yes in the chat to let me know that my audio is coming through all right. And I'm going to basically be on the move here. So I'm not going to be on camera today. So forgive me for that. But just give me a yes to let me know my audio is coming through all right. All right. So here is my thought that I wanted to share with you guys. So basically, with this Diddy stuff, a lot of us have been following this, right? And a lot of us are in it for the spectacle of it all. It's really interesting. Actually, I don't blame you if you find it interesting because we've been following Diddy for a long time. He's been around for over 30 years, and he's really almost, you would say he's iconic in the hip hop music industry. I mean, he is a walking corporation. He's a massive brand. He's probably a multi-billion-dollar asset, right? And that's what he is, right? And he's also a guy who is controversial. I ain't gonna lie, I never really liked him that much. He kind of always got on my nerves because I have my little pet peeve. If you want to know my personal pet peeve, so we can get that out of the way, is I have a big problem with black men who don't grow up. Black men who act like children until they're like 40, 50 years old. Diddy's been doing the same little dances, the same little goofball stuff for many, many years. He does a lot of talking. It isn't usually followed up with action. And what's worse is that this is how they keep the black community distracted. This is how they harm the black community. Is they take the clown and they put the clown in the position of the king. You understand? They take the clown and they'll say we're going to make the clown into the king, and then guess what happens? Guess what happens when they make the clown into a king? There's a saying that says if you put the clown in where the king is supposed to be, the circus doesn't turn into a kingdom. The kingdom turns into a circus. Do you understand? Do you get what I'm saying? So when you put the clown in the position of the king, which they did with Diddy, they would put him on the cover of magazines as some example of black excellence, black wealth. In fact, he was one of the people that helped to popularize the term black excellence, even though there was nothing really excellent there. Um, they made him into a political leader. Anybody remember Vote or Die? How many of y'all remember the Vote or Die campaigns where they were telling you that if you don't vote for the Democrats, you're going to be dead or something? I don't know what the hell that was. But that's what in politics, that's what you might call a scare tactic, right? That's literally a scare tactic. We're going to scare black people into voting for them instead of offering them something that they deserve. We're going to basically just scare the shit out of them and force them to believe that if they don't vote for us, then the Republicans are going to put us in chains. I literally remember Joe Biden specifically using the terms, they going to put y'all back in chains. And I remember him saying, if you don't vote for me, then you ain't black and all that stuff. And I hope that you weren't dumb enough to fall for that nonsense. I'm not telling you who to vote for. I'm not saying that you're dumb if you voted for a Democrat. I'm just saying that it's almost like sleeping with somebody. If you're going to sleep with somebody, don't sleep with somebody because somebody tricked you into it or forced you into it. Sleep with them because that's who you selected, right? So it's just like it's my body, my choice.